Start recording. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Come on in. I'm a bit late to the party today. I got all caught up in the kiln. Sorry. Result. Yeah. Cool, they do get hot, those kilns, don't they? Come on in. Welcome to the SHAC. SHAC, safe, happy and creative. Stay home and craft, which is what we're doing. And we're in our colouring zone at the moment, aren't we? We're colouring in. It's a pied kingfisher. I like to think of it, I shall remember it, as a songbird, because we were singing on Monday, weren't we? Well, I was. I know, that blooming song. I sing it all the time at the moment. My hands are covered in ink because I tried out some new stencils, which are beautiful, huge. Yeah, so I'm pleased about them. Yeah, all in all, a very productive day, and it's not even 10 o'clock yet. Right, come on in. Come on in, good morning. Hello, Alex. Hello, Susan. Hello, Ken. Good to have your company. Susan Fox, good morning. Pottery. I just opened the kiln, Sue. I know. The weather's awful. The weather's awful here. So, and if I run to the house, I have to run under some huge, you know, like 400-year-old yew trees like you get in cemeteries, boof. And then when the wind blows, you get your own little private shower underneath the tree. Yeah, but I still managed to get a cup of tea in. Come on in. You rock. So, this last load that I put in the kiln, quick before everybody gets here, the last load that I put in the kiln is more of an experimental thing because I wanted to kind of work out how to make sure that tiles don't curl. Shall I show you? Right, let's have a look. So this is a big one. This came out lovely. Flat, right? Look, flat. Like, not wobbly. Now, the only thing I've got to do, look from above. Now, all I've got to do is figure out how to get this in the middle. But it's lovely and it's not all dimply. And I didn't put much glaze on. So this was just one layer of white matte glaze over the top. So if I put more on, I like it though, because it's, yeah, I mean, it's definitely nice. It didn't stick to the kiln. Look, check it out. Okay, good enough, isn't it? That's an arty kind of tile, eh? So that was the first one. Then I wanted to try something. Look, that was me trying to distress the glaze on top. That's the stencil. Look at the detail on that. That's crazy good, isn't it? And flat. So it's all about the width, really, of these. I mean, these are just experiments, just trying out different glazes. Well, they look good together. Right, and then I did a little glossy one to see how that would come out. Nice. Got a little dimple there for the moon. Ah, I know. Check it out. Okay, so that's nice as well. Little bit of a, not too bad of a wobble, but nevertheless, nice. Black slip, transparent gloss. Now I know what that looks like, see? So these are like my little samplers. Then I tried something really cool, which is, I like. Look at that, eh? Doesn't that look like an old Italian tile, eh? I'm going to sell clarity and go into tiles. Aren't they nice? You'd put them on your wall, wouldn't you? So what I did there, I took those, you know those stencils? Let me show you. I know I digress, but that's okay. You know these little bits? Look, these ones, like that. Oh, hello. See that little stencil there? See that? When this was still leather hard, I pressed it in really hard, and then it made an indent in the clay, right? That's cool, isn't it? So it made an indent in the clay, and then what I did was, now what did I do on this one? Oh, I know. I put, yeah, this was already bisque. And then what I did was I put an underglaze down and then I wiped it off like an oxide, if you like, right? And I wiped it off and then I glazed it with clear. And so what happened was, I didn't think this was going to work actually, but it came out smashing. The stain, bit thicker, doesn't wobble, bit thin, wobbles. But the stain, you see, it stays inside the, it's obvious, isn't it? It's the same as it would do if it was ink. So I like them, they came out well. Practice. Ah, my plate. You know my plate with my inlay? Nice, with my turquoise inlay. So I just put a really thin layer of matte clear glaze on there. Look, I nearly took it all away again. I think I need to maybe be a little bit more confident with my glazing. But I didn't want it to look too different to the outside. Doesn't that look good? So that's done now. That's it, sorted. Yeah? Not bad, eh? Not bad. And then she saves the best till last. Right, do you remember this one? And then we'll get on with the colouring. I know, she's there thinking, hurry up. What, we didn't come here to watch you show off your blooming pottery. Well, I'm the bus driver. And this is what I want to show you. Do you remember, I don't know if you know, but I took some coloured clay. I put black oxide in clay, and then I marbled it. I mixed it up with white. This is actually porcelain. So interesting. Very, very interesting. Right, you ready? Because I didn't think it was going to show much. But, so that's the side that I haven't glazed. I wanted to see what it would look like not glazed. Right, this was just a bit of scrap. Look how thin it is, like real thin. But on that side, that's black oxide in porcelain. Look, can you see the... Look, see, there it is. See all the clouds? And on the back where I didn't put glossy transparent on it, look. So I've got two of these. I only put one in. I left the best one with the stripes to see what had happened to this one before I put the next one in. So now I know it works. Now I just have to decide whether I want to glaze the bottom and wax my bottom and all that. Fantastic distraction, isn't it? And that's it, gang. That's what we do. We strive for distraction. So there you go. There are loads more downstairs. I just ran downstairs quickly to show you a couple of bits. It's the tiles, the experiments really. And also because the tiles are using like stuff that we use on card, you know, which is great. Isn't it? So there you go. The thing about it is as well, I said it to Dave this morning, it's teaching me to slow right down, you know? You can't rush. You can't rush pottery. It's like, it doesn't work if you do. You just make a pig's ear of it. Isn't that the truth, Sue? You know? You can't rush it. The kiln takes that long and it takes that long to cool down again. And I mean, the tips of my fingers are a bit sore now because I went in because I got impatient. But there you go, I'm learning. And now we're on to colouring. How are you? How are you? Love those tiles. I love those tiles. The little blue ones, the Italian ones. I know, make hell of an earring. Look, good, aren't they? Hey, I think I might embed them in the wall. David would have to build the wall first, but I reckon that would look really nice embedded in a wall. I must write down what I do. I can't remember what I put on them. I'll remember. I'll remember. Anyway, so come on, we're colouring in our pied, what are they called? Our pied kingfishers. Paul, are you in the building? And is the sound okay? Because I put it on my spotty scarf because it was freezing in here this morning. I have to turn all the heating off in the garage because of the kiln. So then it was like a fridge upstairs. So otherwise the fuse blows. It's not ideal. But you know what? You work with what you've got, and that is what we've got. You can't put all the heating on. Shouldn't anyway, really. Save energy. So is the sound all right, Paul? Where's my phone gone? Let me just check. Sound is good. Yeah. Brad? I don't think Brad's watching. Right. Come on then. How are you anyway? All right. Come on, cheer up. Come on, cheer up. It's all right. It'll be fine. If you're still watching, then we're still hanging out together and we're still doodling together, things are looking good. Seriously. I made the big mistake of watching the news at 10 o'clock last night. Note to self, don't do that before you go to bed. Bad move. So today, I've made up my mind, I'm going to have a good day. Even if it's raining, it's going to be great. Right, you ready? This is what we were doing. I've got 2 on the go, haven't I? 1, 2. So I thought today, should we come in a little bit closer? Come on then. Hang on a minute. Oh, there, nice. I did have a chuckle. Yes, yesterday I was looking at your artwork on some of you gave them some serious eyelashes. They are not going out on the tiles. The lines, my friends, is on the yellow bit, not on the outside. They look like they've all got falsies on. As in eyelashes, ladies. Steady. Right, look. Let's go in a bit closer. Let's move in a little closer on the eye. Shall we just look at the eye? Where, see the lines are on the yellow bit, not on the outside. I haven't given her eyelashes. See? There. Is that okay? Right, now while we're there, let's have a look at the, yes, let's look at the bib. Let's look at that wing speckle, because lots of songs in there. Yeah. Nice, I haven't finished that quite yet. And then I did the speckle on the chest on that one. That looked different. Blondie. Huh? So what we're going to do now, sorry to move around so much. Oh, hang on, let me hold my elbow. Right, now let's have a little look. So here we can see the head and the cap, if you like, and the bib. And what you'll see is there's white, and that, you know, we've done it before. Should we do it again? Let's give it a, let's have a little play with the white pencil as a resist pencil. It works so well, doesn't it? Just something different, you know. I haven't finished his bib either, but we can give it a go, can't we? Hey, let's have a look, shall we? And of course, if you're new to the fold, let me show you these 2, because these are 2 that we've done in the past, and they're easy to find. If you go to YouTube and just flick through the colouring ones, we usually stay with them for about a week, don't we? Let's have a look, because these 2 give you loads of techniques. So first we did the, no, it was the owls first, wasn't it? Sorry. So we did the owls first, and again, it's all about the eyes. There you are. Right, so we did the owls, didn't we? So you can go back and look them up and doodle along with us. It's like being live, really. And then we did the eagles. I don't think I quite finished mine, but there you are, look. No, I didn't. But just beautiful. And there we started on the stippling on those wing feathers. Look, nice. Hey, have a look at that face. Look at the eye. Cool, you wouldn't want him in your garden on your feeder. I'd love to see what Chris Packham would have to say if he saw one of those on his little peanut feeder in the garden. He's brilliant, isn't he? Did you watch Country File? I was watching it last night because the bird feeders and the brilliant. They're so good, those people. So dedicated and natural, aren't they? Right, come on, let's have a look at this. So what are we colouring in? We're going to start with the white pencil. That is the beginning of everything. So whether you use the white pencil from the pergoliners or you use the white pencil from the, let me change my glasses. It's up to you which white pencil you use. And now we're going to use I'm going to use do you know, I was downstairs. I could have picked up the sharpener while I was there. Barbara, bra, 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 bra. Right, let's use that one then. And a little bit of paper, just to catch the shavings. Right, white pencil. Just get a bit of a nib on that. It's a bit of a rubbish pencil sharpener. It's all right though. If you go slowly, they're all right. Just got to be slow, so you don't chew up the wood. That'll do. Okay. And what you'll notice is, let me show you, just so you get it. I don't go straight into I don't do this. I go, look, see, I'm lucky. I've got 3 on the go here. Like telling you. So I try it out first, you see. And I think, yeah, I like that look. And then I put it on this one, and then we do this one together. So to be sure. Yeah? So I think what we'll do is, because I know how the cap goes and I know how this bit goes. So let's start at the top and then let's work our way down the bird. Yeah? All right. So what we need is a white pencil. Are you ready? And I'll tell you what would be useful. Come on, Gray. Get your act together. If I take a bit of the black paper, that's all I'm going to do. I tell you why, because it's difficult to check white on white, but you can check white on black. And that's the thing about these polychromos and the blending pens, the pergoliners. There you go. See, they work on nice. So you can also, it's very good, isn't it? You can sharpen the nib or get a better tip if you like if you want it a bit more pointy. You can do it just by, that's it. Perfect. Just by, this is if it was sandpaper. Do you know, that's another thing. I want to show you this. See this? These are available. I don't think we sell them anymore. We used to. I don't know whether we do. Paul, do we still do these? These are sanding blocks, right? And actually, what they're for is for sanding your pencils. See, so you actually use the pencil. And there, if you look, you'll see there are loads of bits of sandpaper on there. I wonder if this would work on my pottery, because I've been wanting to get something, you know, like to, I don't know if the, you know, it would as well. Anyway, so what they're used for is for getting a really good point on a pencil, you see? And that way you're not wasting, when you're sharpening, you're not wasting loads of pencil. Especially back in the day, this was imperative to use this. You know, now the prices have come down on these, really. But there was a time when these were about £3 a pop, £3 a pencil. Now I think they're just under, I mean, we sell a tin of 60 for about 90, something like that, isn't it, Paul? £90? Yeah, so they're much cheaper now. Then that's £1.50, half the price than what they used to be. But what I'm explaining is that's what this sandpaper was for, you see. And then when you've completely obliterated the sandpaper and it's no good anymore, I mean, you can always brush off the pencil, the pigment. This would go for ages before you have to replace it. And then when you replace it, you don't buy another one of these. You just peel the top layer off, and then underneath, hey presto's a clean one. See? There you go. Did you know that? Have I already told you that? Good though. There you go. Saves on the pencils if you're going to invest. Now, which one should we go with? This one. Have I already done this? Let me just check. No. Okay, so what we're going to do, in order to get the flecking going, like a thrush, or did you see on the on Countryfile last night the song thrush? Hey, listen, so our version of the song thrush. So it's that stippled, sort of speckled, beautiful whites, and it's these colours, isn't it? I was like, yeah, I hope they're all watching. I hope all my SHAC gang are watching, because that's exactly the colour we're going for, is those beautiful missile thrushes. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. Did you? I wasn't so sure about the mistletoe poo. That was a little bit of a, yeah, Chris Packham, he doesn't hold back, does he? It makes me laugh. Anyway, come on. So what we're going to do is we're going to put down the white first. That's the thing. So we'll start here, right? And then there might be a light layer. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I've already done a light layer of like beige, warm grey too. Now, where's that rubber? I got a really bad cold on Sunday, like, real chocker. And I just worked my way through it. I think I was so worried it was going to develop into something else. I just kept going. And now I'm fine. Right, so what I was going to say is, if you don't want to put if you want the white to be whiter, then just go with I'm just taking back what I did. Right. Okay, so now what you've got to do, though, is sort of flick that way, right? And always from the same place, because you want to have the cap going in that direction, right? So you're just going to put white flicks, like flick. The trick is to flick. So you can go again if you like, everywhere where you put one of these lines, the next time you put a colour down, it will resist it. It's like putting down a wax resist, except it's like, well, that's what it is, I guess. It's like a resist. So we've done that. And then on this one here, you've got to kind of remember what you're doing, because otherwise you'll go too far. So again, let's just add, don't worry about all the different lines, all those zigzaggy lines. You won't see them in the end. They'll just be part of the background, right? But what we're going to do is put these, make sure that your line is sharp enough. See, and then you might want to, so you've got to remember where you are. So, right, here we go. So we're just going to put some little white lines down. This is all right. Let's do all the white first. Otherwise, we're going to be here for a fortnight doing this lovely bird. There you go. You can always add a bit more. Thing is, if you can't do this afterwards, it's a sequence, isn't it? You need to put the white down first to create the block. There you go. Cool, that sounded like I knew what I was talking about. Hang on a minute. Let me just lean over and get a brush so I can get rid of all the bits. There you go. Alrighty. Now I've done that bit and I've done that bit. Now I want to do this bit. So I'm going to turn it round and I'm going to work from the top. I wonder if I turn it round like that. Yeah. I need to get a sharper, I definitely need to sharpen this little fella, because I'm going to get loads of lines going here. Let me just slowly, excuse me a minute while I just sharpen it, because I'm not going to, every now and again you do have to get a nib of pigment back. That's it. Right. That'll work. All right. So what I'm going to do now, I probably want to lean on something so I don't lean all over his head. Mind you, look at the state of my hands today. Look. I'm covered. This is inky work with a stencil, but it came out so nice. And then I ran out of time. Right, so what we're going to do is this. If this was, where's that scrap one to show you? And I'm going to do it with a lead pencil. Then you'll see what I'm doing with the white pencil. Let's pretend, right on here, this is what I'm doing. So with the white pencil, I'm going, there, like that, there. So if you look up close, just so that you, once you see what I'm doing, let it just go. Right, see the lines here? You go like that, all the way through, like that. So I'm putting white lines there. See? And I'm going right through the top bit as well, like that, like that, like that. Okay? Make sense? So from the top, let's see if we can see it better from the top. If I come in really, really tight, I'll pan out again. It's just important to see what we're up to. And then, like, if this is a white pencil, say, this is a white pencil, I'm doing this, that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. See, so all the time I'm doing all the way through like that. See? Those bits there. So I try to stop when I get to there and then go back up. You can do 3 pens. Depends how thick you want your line to be. See, so what I've done here, all these ones, I've done exactly the same thing. White line, look, there, there, there. And that's what's going to give us that lovely block. And the thing is, like, now I've got your attention, when you go over it, provided you go in the opposite direction. See, the lines are this way. So if I start going, well, even that way, you probably won't. Yeah. See? So it depends. You can go as dark as you like over the top. See what happens if you can. Yeah, see, you can obliterate it if you press too hard, though. So this is my practice piece, see? So if you want to, you don't want to kill it. You just want to go over. You can actually feel that it's almost like a bit of an indent in the. It's almost like an indent. I didn't do that on my best one just then, did I? Tell me I didn't. No, Gray. No, here it is. No, don't say you did that. Right, let's pan out a little bit because it's a little bit too close. Oh, there you go. That's better. So you saw what I did with the pencil. So get your white one, and then we'll just put the resist in. That's what we're going to do. We've done the cap, we've done the cape, and now we're doing the bib. Everybody happy? Come on, it is what it is. It is what it is. This is what it is. It is. So we might as well have an hour of hanging out together and just having some fun. Because whether we're miserable or we're happy is not going to affect anything out there. Nada. The only thing that affects is us and the poor people around us if we're unhappy, because it kind of spreads, doesn't it? Misery begets misery, as they say. So, and I'm terrible for it. Sometimes I get so despondent, you know. But then, you've heard me say it before, you got to fake it to make it. You know, fake it to make it. And there is some stippling involved in the wings. And you know what that means. And I've got a new song, a new earworm for you. But now we're on the resist, okay? So let's do this. I'm going to start at the top so I know what I'm doing. And I'm just going to push it. I'm literally pushing the white pencil into the... Because the more you push it, the more it will work. There you go. And now just slow down and get in the groove. Literally, just get in the process. And when you get in that process, what you'll find is, the minute you do that, you slow down, your breathing changes, or try to breathe, don't get too... Your breathing changes, your shoulders relax, see? That's it. That's it. Just up and down. I mean, it's a bit random. There's nothing perfect here. So you just got to be sure that you try and do them all. So you've got to kind of keep your eye on where you were at. So if I start talking now and digressing, I'm going to keep my pen down so I know that's where I got to. I'm not going to lift my pencil up if I start waffling. See? Like this. I'll go to this one now. So, everything all right, Paul? Just go like that. Yeah. We're adapting okay at Clarity, you know. We're working things out. We're changing things as we go as well. It's a bit of a moving feast. I guess you just got to roll with the punches, haven't you, a bit? You know? We have our meetings on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We've started having, now from tomorrow, we're going to have our Thursday meeting at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, because that means that Grace can join in from New York. That's cool as well. So I get to have a meeting with Gracie. Yeah. And then, because she needs to be in the loop, otherwise she wakes up and we all know what we're doing and she's in the dark. Right. So she's going to start building up the business in America again now. You know, when COVID hit, we kind of all hunkered down and just concentrated. I think it's great that she does the live chats on our website. I think that helps a lot. And if you ever do go on the website, what's lovely is, you know, because she's 5 hours behind us, she's there till 10 o'clock at night on the website, helping people and chatting to people and keeping people company. And she loves to talk. She's lovely, you know, kind. So, I mean, that's always there. And the good news is for us in England then, she's there till 5 o'clock American time, but she's there till 10 o'clock our time, isn't she? See? Got a bit of white going on. Yeah, so yeah, see, so if you hold it to the light, you can actually see, the lines. I wonder if you can, doesn't matter if you can't, but you can actually see the lines. See them? Yeah. Well, maybe not. I don't know. It's getting a bit closer. Moving a little closer, baby. There you go, see? So you see the white lines there. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. So if you want to add any, now's the time. Now's the time. Have you missed any? Check, check, check. Have you got all of them? I think I do, you know. Yeah. Right. Okay. So now let's go to, we've done the white one. Let's go to a beige one. Where's that warm grey? Do like me warm grey. Right. So now, again, it's all about sharpening your pencil. Warm grey. What does that look like on white? Same as white. Right. Let's just sharpen that nib a little bit. Do we have those, Paul? We used to sell them, didn't we? Ought to get some in if we haven't. We ought to get some in, Paul, if we haven't. Because they're really good for protecting your pencils. Can you check for me? See if we've got them. Sandpaper blocks. If not, we'll get some in, eh? Because if you've got the polychromos or the pergoliners, it's a great way of getting a good... Yeah, see? Cool. Saved your pencil. Right, where are we at? Okay, let's do the head. Head next. This time we'll use... So we're going to go light, then a little bit darker, a little bit darker, a little bit darker. We'll build up the colour, because I think that always looks best. And then what we're going to do is light feathery strokes. So again, if this was on a... Let's do it on our... This one. Right, what we're doing is this. Flick, 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 flick. And then we move up to the next... Move up a little bit and then just start flick, 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 flick. And then flick, 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 flick. So you just keep flicking. And now what you're doing is you're flicking. Look, it looks a bit ropey in pencil, but you've got to get the movement, right? And because that's what we're going to do the whole time. We flick like that with white. Now we're going to flick like that with beige, with warm grey too, or with a grey or a pencil. You could do it with an HB pencil if you haven't got colouring pencils. No worries. And if you prefer, so you might prefer to bring it towards yourself. And what you'll see is, as you do this, straight away, you'll see you're getting that, because you're going over the white lines that you've already done. Look, I'll show you. As soon as you go over the white lines, you get that exactly that look. And that is it. That is what we're going for on the cap and on the cape. That's exactly what we're going for. And you'll see, because you've got the white resist, it works really well. Right, so you just flick, flick, flick. See? And straight away, you've got that really birdy, feathery effect. Let's have a look. And that didn't take long at all. Let it just focus. Do you see what I'm getting at? Interesting, isn't it? How you can do it very easily with a little bit of white resist underneath. There you go. And if you want, you can go back again and just add a bit more. Just go again. It won't affect the white. It'll only affect the underneath. Oh, that looked good. No, that wasn't hard, was it? So, and then the next... So we've done that. Let's have a look. Yeah, I like it. Get a good white go in there. And then this bit is the same again. Just keep doing the flicky thing. Just keep flicking the pencil. Light feathery strokes. Keep doing the flickery thing. Right, light feathery strokes in a downward direction. That'll do. There. See, this is such a neutral colour, but it's a good base. It's a good base. And then these bits, the same thing again. This is what we're going to do as well. Paul says we've got none in stock, but we will order some. So they'll be in by Friday at the latest, I should think. So that'll be good. Right, so now what we're going to do is the same thing, and we're going to add the beige to this area. I think, just because I want to relax, I'm using it more as a therapy than anything. I'm just going to do exactly the same thing as I did before. Right, let's have a look. See? Yeah, let's try it this way. Actually, come on, do it this way. Oh yeah, much better. Go across. You'll get a much better effect. Yeah, forget going downwards. Look. Is it working for you? There you go. See? Looks good. Let's go in a bit closer so you can see it. And you've got a lot of control now over the shading, you see. Look, see? You've got a lot of control over the shading. So what we'll do is we'll just, as you roll over it, you can hear it almost. If you've done the white hard enough, if you pushed it a bit in. Doesn't that look good? Bit of texture. Yeah? And then what we'll do is we'll pretend that there's an inset, like this bit is darker in there. Okay, let's do that. So we're just going to take our pencil and just go on the inside of those ridges. I mean, I don't know what I was thinking when I drew these. I don't think I've seen a bird with this kind of armour on, but there you are. It's a nice pattern to do anyway, isn't it? There, see? Isn't that good? It's worth bearing in mind the pattern that you get when you do this. So when we had our meeting yesterday, another thing that we decided to change, heads up. Heads up if you're a club member and heads up if you're not a club member. Right, we've got Clarity Craft Clubs, haven't we? We always used to call them new design clubs. Now we're calling them craft clubs because that's what they are, right? And you get projects every month and you get stamps and stencils and groovy plates and dies and all sorts. And they're pretty good value for money, but you also get brilliant discounts like 10 or 15% depending on how many clubs you join. And so usually one of the perks, one of the advantages of being a club member is that you, twice a year, in February and in July, we have a half-price members sale. Right, that's one of the big advantages. Right, let's have a look. Let me think for a minute. So, there you go. So we've done that one. That looks nice. And we've got a little bit... See how the white is really cool, isn't it? How that comes out. Right, so now we'll go to the next colour down. So we'll tone it down again. But this time, I'm going to go with a browny colour. Let's go with the brown colour. So what have I got here? This one's raw umber. Raw umber? Rather than go grey, 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 because we want to kind of get a sepia feel to this, don't we? I think I went a bit too grey on there. I might have to tone that down with some umbers. Right, you ready? So we're going to do the head again, and then we'll work our way through the cape and the because it's the same process, the whole thing. It's layering up different colours, isn't it? Right, here we go. Right, so in we go. What glasses have I got on? Let me try my Dame Edna's. That's better. Oh, I know what I'm not doing. I've got to come down. Did you hear the chair go down? Stupid. Look, as soon as I get down closer to the paper, I can actually see the bird. I always find that a real advantage. Right, so what we're going to do now is put a little bit of that. Yeah. Right, ready? So a little bit of this colour as well, I think. Just not too much, though. It's a little bit yellow. So we'll do some feathery strokes on that one as well. Nice, see? A bit random. But what you're going to get, yeah, doesn't that look cool? Right. Okay. Doesn't matter if we go over the edge because it's got a bit of a down on it. That's it. But the white still, what I like is the white still holds true. Now, let's go in here. Let's do a little bit of flicking as well through here. Right. And now what I'm going to do is trying to, if I said join up these bits, that's a bit weird, but yeah, I'm kind of trying to join up all those zigzags. Again, a bit funky, a bit woo-wah. I take responsibility for this drawing. My bad. Don't know what I was thinking of. There you go. Nice. Thing about this is you can't rush it, and also it's not finished until it's over. You know, it's one of those ones that looks a bit ropey until it's finished. So don't think about it. And that's one of the best things about pottery, because there's no, until the very last point, you can't really say whether it's going to be good or bad or indifferent, you know. And I'm learning that. It's like it's a process. It's all about the process. So let's get a little bit of that brown in. bit of a yellowy brown, but that'll be gone in a minute. And then on this one as well, I think what I'm going to do now is add a little bit, but flashes of it here and there, rather than all over. I'm going to do this a little bit more random. Yeah, so let me tell you about, so the club members or non-club members, right? Heads up. If usually in February for a whole month, we have a club member sale, half price, and we sort of select, you know, hundreds, don't get me wrong, but hundreds of all clarity stuff, all the stamps, the stencils, the groovy, it's all, but not everything. Usually it's selected stuff. And I was thinking about that yesterday because I was talking, and in the meeting, I said, well, that's because the club's been going for so many years, and in the beginning, and many of you will remember this, in the beginning, we didn't have like an online presence like we do now. And so with the club members, like I can remember 15 years ago when we did the club sale, we used to photocopy. We used to print out all the images, and we used to put the prices, and used to get a paper. Like it weighed a ton. It used to cost us a fortune in postage to send out all the sales sheets. Do you remember? It was like the catalogues, and so that's what we did back then. Well, now, of course, most of us shop online. Very, very few people rely. My mum and dad, they rely on paper catalogues, or rely on me getting there with my iPad. But you understand what I mean. So, but we're still putting selected things in the sale because we used to do that when we did the paper copies. And then yesterday I had a little bit of an epiphany, and I thought, well, actually, we don't need to do that anymore. So that's what we discussed in the meeting. And I said, well, why don't we? First of all, because we're such a much smaller team now. Now let's have a moment. Let's think what I'm doing now. So I've done that brown. Tell you what I want to go to now is the yellowy one. Because we're doing all three areas. Maybe, no, let's do a darker grey. Let's go to a darker grey, a warm one. What's this one? Warm grey 4. Yeah, so these are nice colours. These, again, it's that set of 12 that I'm always talking about with all the greys in. So now, right, now we're going to be a little bit more. See if we can. Okay. So now we're going to get a bit more specific about where we're colouring. Okay, because the grey one is going to. Yeah, so now you're actually filling in a couple of gaps. And where the white is, quite doesn't half look like really does look like the markings on a missel thrush. Missel thrush. Nice. Good colours. Yeah, I like that. A little bit of a flash of darkness. Now we're going to get a bit darker as we come around here. Right, so the sale. What we decided was instead of let it drag out for a month, which keeps us all at work, like really hopping for a month, what I said was, why don't we just do it for a week? We just hit it hard at the beginning of February for a week. So that way we can then, it'll be a little bit more hectic because it'll be compressing a month's worth of, slowly. I know we're supposed to be travelling gently, but this is my way of travelling gently for the team. So what we can do, you see, is we can, what do we do with those there? We'll have a really belting half-price sale for the first week. So it will start Monday the 1st of February, and we'll go for a whole week until Monday, whatever it is, the following week. All right? And then, but instead of only having a selected number of items, to compensate for reducing the time frame, we don't want to upset anyone, we'll have a blanket sale. So that means that instead of a selection of things, it will be everything, the clarity. So all our dies, all our stamps, apart from the stuff that's brand new on the telly. We can't do that. That would really upset a few people. You see? But so that way, it just means it's not on our desks for an entire month. You see? And I think it'll be easier for us to get on. And the other thing is, you know, with COVID and everything going on, we've got to really, we've got to be quite strategic in how we forward plan, because you just don't know what's coming up. You know, you don't know what's around the corner. And so we had a little taste of it with one of our girls, and it can really throw the whole company into chaos. So that's why we've decided, the royal we, but everybody agreed with me wholeheartedly, that we're going to reduce the time of the sale to just a week, 8 days, but open up the entire range, which I think is actually really good. If I was a yeah, well, if I am, what am I talking about? If I was a customer, I'd think, yeah, that makes sense. Certainly does, I think. And that's one of the biggest perks, really, apart from all the other things that you get if you're in the club, you know, the tuition and that. It's one of the biggest events, if you like, in the club members' calendar. So, and I thought about it this morning because I was writing the newsletter for this month. Again, you know, all the instalments, all the stencils and stamps and everything, and project sheets, they're all held up this week because this month we really wanted to get it out earlier. That was our plan for this year. And then it all went wrong in the first week. It was like, oh, okay, rolling with the punches, keep going. So everything's sort of slowed down a bit. People are getting a bit tetchy about where's my projects. And it's like, give us a break. Give us a break. We'll get it out. You know, we've never not got it out. It's always arrived. It's just going to be a little bit late again. But what our plan is to get it out in the first week of the month. But clearly, not so good this year. Not so good this month anyway. Cool, that looks nice with a bit of yellow, flashy yellow. Yes, that's the one. So my point was, if you're in the club, that's what's happening. And if you're not in the club, well, you may want to just join one of the clubs or two of the clubs, or there's 4 altogether. Paul will give you the links, because it's a great club to be in, apart from anything else. I think value for money, it really is. But also, with this upcoming blanket sale, why wouldn't you? You could save the money just in the sale. Really. So that's something to think about. And I think we're going to start it. Yeah, it is actually February the 1st. So that's good to know, isn't it? So that was something that came up at the meeting. How's it going? Is it going well? I like this. Look, it's coming together quickly as well. Normally it takes forever, this stuff, doesn't it? Look, see? Nice. See that speckle? Doesn't that look lovely? Yeah. See, and the weird funky patterns that are in the postcard, they're disappearing now. They're disappearing into the actual artwork, which is cool too, right? So now I'm on the darker. Let's compare the two. See, yeah, but you see again, it's just a difference. It's different, isn't it? This is the male and this is the female. Look, hey, it's just a question of where'd you stop? Where'd you stop? Where do you wanna call it a day on the colour? You see? So it's interesting, isn't it? That could be the boy and the girl, really. She's a little bit lighter. I think actually even in the missel thrush, the girl's a little bit lighter, isn't she? And then the other thing we're going to do, okay, because we've been going like the clappers for since the 1st of January, haven't we? With our tutorial-based blogs. You know, that we decided to really take it easy and just, rather than do a full-blown sale, we did these tutorial-based sort of bloggy offers. And believe you me, nothing will be less. You won't be going, well, that's just dandy. Now she tells us, I'm a club member and I could have got it cheap. No, you couldn't. I'm not daft. I've made sure that all the bloggy offers are going to be the same or better. That's it. They're either the same offer or better, you know, and I will make sure of that. So yeah, definitely that happened without my even planning it, but I'll make sure that it's okay. Right, now let's have a look. So this time I think I want to add a little bit of depth, a little bit more grayscale. Yeah, so, and what we're going to do now with the bloggy tutorials, it's been going so well, we thought, right, well, there's quite a lot going on, you know, and it's almost too much. It's like so many just coming firing at you. God, that looks really nice, Barbara. So so what we thought we would do is slow it down a little bit, take our foot off the throttle, and having said that, we've had such a massively positive response to all these tutorial based. I reached out to the team and I asked them if they fancied carrying on with it. So not every day, not as much as this, but say like once a week. And everybody, without exception, said, I'm in. So we thought, they're all we. I thought, what about on a Sunday, we'll have something called Sunday Groovy Sunday. And that'll be, so we've got our digi-downloads on the Friday. This is for all our parchers. We've got our digi-downloads on the Sunday, haven't we? No, we've got a digi-download on the Friday, but then we could have our really in-depth tutorial from one of the team, one of the experts, on a Sunday over on the Clarity Matters blog. And I think that would be really ideal, you know. So what we're doing at the moment, every other day almost, what we want to do is do it on a Sunday. So it's going to be always on a Sunday on the Clarity Matters blog. There's going to be a really cool parching technique, step-by-step photograph. So again, that's like a kind of a, it's like yeah, education, you know. I hate to think if you're getting all the stash and then having no idea what to do with it. So that's really what the club's all about too, actually. Yeah, so there you go. That's what we've been planning. Got to keep going, haven't we? Got to keep going. What's the alternative? There, see, little flash of black now. And that really, yeah. So, this looks so nice. I think I like that cap, just like that, not too much. Could put a couple of maybe a bit of depth along the bottom there, just coming up to the top. Then that look good. Yeah, so that's just working along. The SHAC's not going anywhere Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because we like the SHAC. And it's just, it's so important to just keep going. Stiff upper lip and all that, eh? Come on, let's have a bit of black in there. Stiff upper lip. Doesn't it look good when you start putting a bit of colour in here? Right. So we could titivate for hours, couldn't we? Look, see how you can change the grey levels just by choosing different colours? Nice. I wonder whether I put a bit of grey in there, whether get rid of the whiteness. Look, just a light grey. What have I got here? Cool, I need a new one of these. Cold grey 2. It's a little bit stubby. There, that looks good. So you don't have to get too precious about it, really. So we've got our lovely stippling through there. We've done this. Let's get a bit of a... So now, this is the next bit. You ready? What we got? 10 minutes. Nice. So get your white. Oh, no, she's kidding me. No, she's not. Look, I want to show you up close. If we look at this one up close, and then you'll see how you get that speckle. Look, see the speckle? Go up close. It's really cool. See the speckle in there? So there, let's have a look how we get that. You know, don't you? Right, here we go. So I'm going to turn it round. I'm going to lean on this. Right, let's have a look. Where am I going? Right, start at the top. I'll do this bit first. Right, here we go. And we're just going to add the speckles with the white. And then this is the same as what we were doing before with colour, except this is going to give us the resist. And that's how you get those flecks. See? You're doing it to music? Hang on, let me have a look. See if it's working. I need to just hold it to the light so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I think so. I think it's working. Must be. It's a white pencil. How can it not be working? Yeah, of course it's working, Gray. It's because you can't see it. Right, ready? Go again. Right, should we get a song going? Come on. Right, here we go. See if you recognise this one. It's a songbird. Come on, we got to have at least one song every time we do this. Right, ready? Got it? Got it? Come on, it's easy. I'll do it again. Go on, you know it. Da 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 da. Right, ready? Raindrops keep falling on my head. Dun dun da 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 da. Sasha, was that Sasha Distel? Sasha Distel. Raindrops keep falling on my head, just like the da 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 falling. The rain's not for me. Those raindrops keep falling on my head, they keep falling. See? Honestly, if you don't like stippling, turn it round and make it a happy thing. Pick a happy song, something that makes you happy. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Come on, I'm going to start Hello Mother in again in a minute. That's the best one for this. Hello Mother, hello Father, here I am in Camp Nevada. Da 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 da. Right, how we doing? I know I'm mad. I never questioned that. Never questioned it. It's just getting, it's the maddest bit, isn't it? Here we go. Am I irritating you yet? Good. Turn it down then. Turn it off. Okay. Quite an eating day yesterday. I ate from the minute I opened my eyes. Ask me how the diet's going. I ate. I don't know what happened. It was like I had a right old, I can't say the word out loud, moment, right? And I just couldn't stop eating. Yeah, just don't know what was wrong with me. It was like a real blow it moment. And then I felt awful this morning. So today, I'm going to try and not do that. I don't know why. I think it's comfort eating, isn't it? Eh? Comfort eating. Now have a look, just see if this works. What we'll do is we'll take our boring beige, our favourite warm grey 2, and let's just see. Let's have a look. Let's just see. Yeah, okay. And then when we roll it over the top, is it speckly? That's the question. Have a look. Did we get enough speckles going? Yeah, look. See how it's all mottled? That's because of the white resist underneath. So it's amazing how you can get different textures. Look, just run over the top. See? Yeah, they really are there. It's like a pumice stone now. It looks like a pumice stone. Let me just roll over the top and then we'll go in closer and you'll have a look. And it looks like a pumice stone. Let's see if we can get up close and see it. Hold on. You see it? Raindrops are falling on my head. See? Cool, isn't it? So this whole hour has been dedicated to laying down some white as a block or a resist before we laid down different colours. And if you think, oh, my white wasn't strong enough, you maybe need to press a bit harder. The good news is all you do is take an eraser. Look at this. Take an eraser and then rub it out and go down with the white again. Yeah? But it's really, really cool. Really cool. I may even add a little bit more. I might go a bit more heavy-handed on the wing because I think I want to get that really, really lovely and speckly. And the longer I do this, the longer I hold a pencil, the less likely I am to eat. Okay? So that's it. That's me today. I'm just going to keep doing this until it's bedtime. We bought a rowing machine. I don't know what that was all about. I think I've used it once. It's all right. It's all right. Are we finished? We are. It's already been an hour. Golly. Yeah, so don't forget, if you want to join the clubs, then Paul will help you. Janine's on the phones. And other than that, Friday, 10 o'clock, we'll have another go at our songbirds, our mistletoe pied kingfishers. Okay? It's just tricks and tips, isn't it? And it keeps you company, it keeps me company. I hope you enjoyed that. And other than that, stay in the warm, stay dry, stay home. That's all we've got to do. The SHAC is exactly what is needed. Stay home and craft. The most important word at the moment is home. And then craft. Right? Home. You've got to stay home. Stay home. There you go. If you can stay home, stay home. All right? Lots of love. I'll see you Friday. Bye-bye now.